Morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of House of Deans. Today's episode is going to be a continuation of the previous video where we talked about our son's haircut. As you remember, it was a real difficult task. Not so much for TJ, but for Tyler. Tyler, he really still struggles with sensory issues, being on the spectrum. And one of those things that was really difficult with him was getting a haircut. And what really discouraged us a lot was when we would try to take him there and he would cry, he would kick the barber, he would scream, throw himself on the floor. I used to have to hold him down. It used to be really tense. And it was a real struggle. And I didn't want to leave the video off that way because I didn't want you guys to think that it doesn't get better. I want to show some new video today and talk about a little bit of how we got better moving forward and where we are today. But just as a recap, as we said in the last video, our sons had a lot of hair. It kind of defined them, to be honest with you. It was really long. My wife and I used to always brag about it. We would always show it off to people. They would always show it off. They used to have some crazy hairstyles, and it was fun. You know, they look nice, they look cute. But any man has to, get his hair cut for the very first time. You know, that's our culture. That's what we like to do. We like to look tight, you know what I mean? So it was time. And we talked about all that in the last video and all the struggles and everything that came with that. So this video is going to be new. We're going to talk a little bit about what we did to be better at it, or how did it get better, and what we continue to do. Who helped us? What was the steps that we took? And that's pretty much what today's video is going to be about. So if you could just sit back, relax, enjoy the episode. I hope it helps somebody. Let's do this.
Let's go Deans! Let's go Deans! Let's go Deans!
So as we pointed out in our last video, our kids had a lot of hair. My wife and I argue about it every day, which side they got it from. I like to think that it came from me. That's just me. But yeah, our kid had really long hair, and it was something that really defined them. But it was time for them to get a haircut. And as we talked about in the first video, that was a difficult time. Here's a preview of what we showed in our last video.
You got Hermione? Original? Yeah. You Hermione?
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing good. See? So Tyler went from this to this. Sitting there, just getting his hair cut, not minding the barber holding his head, not minding the barber giving him a tape. Yeah, this happened this is after 2 years of experience, that earlier video where Tyler was kicking, screaming, giving a real hard time to the barber, a hard time to me. Now everything is better now. Much kudos to the barber, much kudos to my wife and everybody. It's a real team effort, community effort for us to get to the point where it is right now. It's not a big deal for most people, but it's a huge, huge, huge deal for us because it was something that was really depressing us. And, this is the after product of everything. You see that handsome little boy there, happy. He's able to represent himself well, like we like to do. You know what I'm saying? We like to look fresh. So I really appreciate it. And for anybody out there, just know that it does get better. Don't get discouraged. Some of the things I wanted to share that helped us is, 1, just make sure that you go often. 2, make them as comfortable as possible when they are in the chair. And then 3, just relinquish some of those dependencies in stages. We started off where he had to have a phone, where he had to sit in my lap, where I had to hold his hand to go to the barbershop. And as time went on, slowly but surely, I kind of stopped doing one of those things. Not all of them at once, but just gradually 1 or 2 things at once. And it sort of helped. But it just really takes a lot of patience. It takes a good game plan. It takes good community support. And you'll be able to get past it because it was something that really haunted us as well. So once again, thank you all for listening to today's episode. Hope it was helpful, and like and subscribe to the channel. Look out for some more videos from us. Thank you all for the support. God bless. This has been another episode of the House of Deans. Let's go.
Let's go, Deans! Let's go, Deans! Let's go, Deans!